Angie Poo? Do you know Angie?
Who's that?
Who is she? Oh, Angie Poo.
Hey, it's me, Angie Poo. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It's me, Angie Poo. You know, here I go. I found this in the back of the cut. I ain't wear these in forever. What's up? I'm so excited. I am really, truly excited. Now, I would say this is my sister, but we met on a drive-by in a whole nother country. From Philly. So, I'm excited. You from Philly, and I know y'all seen the video where we was fly, eagles, fly. Listen, we got some questions because we newsy and nosy, and we need to know. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed because she is a whole busybody. I mean, she busy. Watch this.
Hey. Busy is the word, yes.
Everybody from Philly is busy. You know we busy.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, Angie.
How are you, Queen? How you doing?
I am wonderful. I'm excited to be here.
What that say?
DJ John,
DJ John.
Philly, all about the word John. It goes with everything. So I am a DJ John, also known as DJ Yansky.
I'm going to give you a few minutes. I want you to tell people who you are, where you from, what you got going on. Just a few minutes. Don't give them too much because I got a whole lot of questions.
Okay. So
I'm going to give you a few minutes.
All right. So my name is Ayana Scott Kimber. I am from West Philadelphia, born and raised. Let's see, West Philadelphia, born and raised. I am 46 years young. I have been an entrepreneur for some years now, since about 2014. Well, longer than that. I've always had the idea that I need extra streams of income, but I haven't worked a 9 to 5 since 2014. I was a life insurance agent up until the pandemic. And then I just decided to, take a break. And in between there, I've started DJing. And then I started another business called, well, I didn't create it, but I am a consultant for Bye Bye Belly, which is an amazing, amazing company where it helped me. I started out as a customer. It helped me to lose 37 pounds to get ready for my wedding, which was in 2021. But I started as a customer in 2020 and became a consultant 3 weeks later, because you know how we do. You start something and it's working for you. So what you doing? You telling all your girlfriends, like, girl, this stuff, and how I get some. And so I became a consultant shortly thereafter, built an amazing team, and have been helping lots of other ladies and gentlemen as well lose some weight. So that's what I am. I'm a mom and I am a wife.
Yes, that part. Welcome in. Please hit the like button. Welcome in. Listen, it's the lips for me.
Oh, you gotta have some red lip. A little red
lip for me. Well, I want to let you know that you are my first 2024 combo.
Oh, yay. Okay.
And I'm so excited. Like I said, guys, welcome in. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. I want to get right into it because I'm newsy and nosy.
Okay, let's go.
How did you get your name?
Jansky. So that's a funny story. Um, so how I got started DJing, my husband has been a DJ since maybe like 2008 or so. And
Mm-hmm.
so, he works at a particular bar in Philly. And, the ladies, the wives and girlfriends of the DJs, they have a little squad, which I am now a part of, called the Timeout Hit Squad. And so the ladies were sitting around, we were listening, and we kind of looked over to the DJ booth, and we was like, we could do that too. They could do it, we could do it. So, the alcohol was flowing and we was talking big stuff. And so, in that moment, literally, we was like, well, what would your DJ name be? And literally Yansky popped in my mind. So that's where my name came from. It's just a play off of my government name, which is Ayana. So Yansky.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. So, at what age did you get the turntables? Like, when did you get the turntables?
I was 40, I'm 46. I was 42. It's been only 4 years for me. And so, what happened in that same scenario of us talking about what we could do it too? We came up in this one night with, oh, we should have a amateur DJ, all female DJ battle. So we came up with our names, and then we said, "We'll have a fish fry." 'Cause obviously we want to make
Always in Philly.
us. It's always, about to change, Jay. So we said, we'll have a fish fry. We're women. So we were, excited about, oh, we can learn from our husbands. So that's some quality time. We get to learn something new. And then, we said the winner takes all. And we had literally 30 days, 1 month to learn how to DJ. And we had to learn how to DJ, put together a 15-minute set. That place was packed, and it was three contestants. Shout out to DJ Lady Jiz and DJ Took Money, and then myself. And then we battled it out that day. We had judges. It was like showtime at the Apollo, so the audience had to participate. It was a good time. So that,
Wow. I mean,
yes,
listen, when because I'm newsy and nosy, so I went digging. I went digging. I was so amazed that the female version of DJ's name is considered DJing.
yes,
It's
yes.
that's so dope. Y'all got a whole another name.
We are special. They be trying to leave us out sometimes. We got to kick in the door, like Biggie says. So yes.
And then another thing was surprised me is like, who inspired you? Like, what other female DJs outside of your girl group? Who inspired you?
So the only female DJ that I and most people ever really knew was DJ Spinderella, of course. And I can't think of the young lady's name, but she was on BET back in the day. Um,
Okay.
think of her name, but that was all that we saw. And even when I became a DJ, I didn't know any other. I've never gone to a party and it was a female DJ. Never gone to a club and it was a female DJ. Of course, we have in Philly, we have DJ Diamond Cuts. So
Mhm.
one that that we know now, but back in the day growing up, I didn't know anybody. So I have come, in this journey to meet some other amazing women that, we've done, gigs together. We have done showcases where it's all female DJs. We've done things. I was on a radio station, an online radio station called Jumpin' 215 in Philly. You can download the app. They have music 24/7. And so I was the first female there. And then, like I said, you got to kick in the door because it was a bunch of guys on the station as well. And this one Tuesday, they said, we having a takeover. Asked me, was I invited? I was not invited. So I said, well, can we have a Women Crush Wednesday takeover? And so by then I had met, some other ladies, female DJs. And so it was about 5 or 6 of us, and we killed it. Like, we killed it. And we took over that day, and it was a good time. So,
Wow, that sounds amazing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a secret about me, but you ain't allowed to tell nobody else.
uh-oh.
Me and DJ Spinderella dated the same guy.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
That is funny. Did
That was crazy. That
Oh,
was crazy.
that was crazy. Uh-oh. Well, I'm gonna keep that secret to myself. I,
Norfolk, Virginia. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Okay,
oh,
going right into it. That was a secret. That was a secret because we bonded. We bonded.
I
You
love
know.
it. I tried to. I saw her last summer. They had something at the African American Museum in Philly, and
Mhm.
um, she was one of the DJs, and one of my other friends, DJ Blend. Shout out to you. He
Shout out.
he knows her, and I was trying to get back there. It was so hot, and then so I had to go, so I left. And then he did call me because they all went back to the hotel and everything, and he did call me. I missed his call. He said, I was trying to put you on the phone with her. I don't know what I would have said, but so I missed my opportunity, so hopefully it can happen again sometime.
Listen, universe is
Yeah,
gonna come back. It's coming back.
one in, yes.
Wait, hold up. We lost her and she came back. There she go. There she go. There she go. Okay. So what song in your set that you play on all your sets?
Rock Steady by Aretha Franklin.
Rock static.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Care where I am, unless I don't really do young people parties. I don't really do those.
So that was my
But
next question. That
not
was
the
my next question.
no, that's a whole nother baby. I pass those off. But usually I'm playing for, people in our age range, maybe 30 and over. I've done some
Mhm.
college graduation parties and stuff like that, where, I ask a lot of questions before I take the gig because I always want to give my best. And I'm just not in the zone to even try to get familiar with a lot of the brand new music because I can't, it bothers me to listen to it, honestly. So I just stay in my lane where I know I'm gonna give you
That's right.
1,000%. And so Rocksteady, every time I play it, people go and get up and dance because it's just like the beat is just a great song.
So can you explain to the people what a set is?
So your set is, for the what your music that you're playing for the evening. So it could be a 4 hour set, it could be a 5 hour set. I did a Jamaican wedding that was 7 or 8 hours. I've done it's the old Platinum Grill. I started earlier than what I was supposed to and ended up being an 8 hour set. So that seemingly 4 years ago that would have been a challenge, but now because my music is so extensive, in my crates, everything, all the music that I've downloaded and have gotten along the way, it is
Mhm.
extensive. So now I can play and not repeat songs throughout the night. Certain songs people like, certain line dances, you're going to get those requests, and that's okay. But your set is from the time that you start until you're done.
So in your set, okay,
Mhm.
because some DJs, but being as though you're a female DJ, you don't have this problem, so I ain't worried about it. But some DJs be rocking it, they be having you going, and then out of nowhere it go flatline.
Yes, that has happened. That can happen. You got to read the crowd. You know,
Gotta read the crowd.
got
And then how many line dances are we up to? Because
it's a lot, but I don't go like I like if the dance floor is empty, I might try to slide in some line dances just to get people up. And then when you get them up, you have to have whatever wherever you are, you have to have something lined up to keep them there. But a popular one, of course, nowadays is Jerusalem. Uh,
yes.
Yes, everybody knows that by now. Most people know it by now. And then the Tamia song, I think it's Can't Get
Oh my gosh, that song don't stop going and going and going.
uh, get past like the turn. I try. I get out there with them, whenever I'm DJing, I'll get out there too and try to learn it. But that is the only line dance that I think has really got me stuck. The wobble still here and there may hit. The cha cha cha, the Mississippi slide song, So it's a few, but it's mainly just to get people out there. And then it's ones you don't even realize. I did an event and I can't think of what song I did, but they just got out there and did the electric slide. Now, this was a national conference, so it was people from all over at this conference. And I said, I didn't even notice it was a line dance song. So
They make every song into a line there. It just keep going and going and going. So
yeah,
now that you are officially a DJ,
yes.
who do you want to scratch? Who do you want to? Who do you want to host their event, their party, their wedding? Who out there? You like, man, I really want to DJ their set.
Oh, that's a good question. I
Who
mean,
is it?
I would take all the gigs, quite honestly, if I could get
Their
them.
part.
I don't know. Who would I want to DJ for? I don't know an answer to that, but I do follow a young lady on Instagram, DJ Stormy Monroe. Not sure how young or how old she is, but she inspires me because she's was just on tour at 112. She travels out of the country and does like these big carnivals and events like that. She's doing like she's got the Super Bowl weekend lockdown because she put up her itinerary. So I would like to go on tour, or at least if the artist comes to Philly and they need a DJ for the night, something like that. I would love to do.
Now, so I just had to highlight this question, this answer, because I think we all want to do something with this lady. But Demetra said Beyonce.
I mean, if I could get up there with Beyonce, you're not gonna be able to tell me too much. But
yeah, she got a all female band, so any universe.
Universe. And you know who popped in my head before you said that? Jill Scott.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. That and it's funny, I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, I don't utilize my resources enough because my first cousin, he was Jill Scott's musical director. Shout out Rashid Williams. He was her musical director. And then he also went on tour and played the drums with John Legend for so many years. And I have not reached out to him to be like, cousin, can you help me out? I just never thought about it till the other day. So I got to give him a call. But yeah.
Have you ever heard of the term bedroom DJ?
I have. And it's
what is it?
So we in the DJ world, we kind of joke around where, we'll say people just, they we have an international DJ cafe on Facebook. So it's just a group of DJs from all over the world. And, you have people that they get on there and they talk trash sometimes, but it's the ones that, that aren't out here actively gigging that we may refer to them as a bedroom DJ because they'll come on, go live, and they'll showcase there, but are you getting out here and you making some money? So for the rest of us, we're like, well, I'm working. I like last year I was blessed to work, I would say 90% of the weekends last year.
Congratulations.
A week. From about March till December, I worked almost every weekend. So, if I don't do nothing else, I made some money for sure.
Okay, so once again, I be asking a lot of questions.
That's all right. Come on.
So, what kind of computer do you have?
I have a MacBook.
So, do you always have to buy more
computers?
No, like when you DJing, and I'm quite sure because Now I don't know how to do the iPhones and the Mac and all that, so I'm new to that. But I know that like when you got memory, you got to have a lot of memory.
Oh,
So did your computer be like overflow with memory of music?
it does. That has happened to me. So you have to get another hard drive. So that's where we keep all the music. So every time you are setting up, you have to, if you don't have your hard drive, you're going to be out of luck. So you have to plug in your hard drive, and that has the majority of your music. And then within the computer, there's an internal hard drive, and I'm new to all of this. So my husband would be really proud of me right now that I know that I kind of know what I'm talking about, but only because I had an issue sometime last year where all my music disappeared in the middle of me DJing. I'm like, what just happened? So and thankfully, shout out to DJ Philly Black. He came in at that moment and he was able to delete some things. So apparently I had let my internal hard drive get too full where it shut my whole everything down. So he just deleted a few things, freed up some memory, and I was able to continue. But I was, whew, that was a night. But we were able to fix it, and so now I had to go back and delete delete a lot of things, move things because you have to download music all the time. So there's always new music.
All
Like
the time.
when I'm driving, because I don't have we don't have radios in the house anymore, right? We have Alexa, we have YouTube on TV on the TVs and whatever. So you don't have a radio where
Mhm.
back in the day we would listen to Power 99 and 9 at
Yeah.
9. So you do all the hot music. Oh, listen, my Alexa is
No,
telling
you was about to let that mine go too. I was like, ooh, like,
no
you
one
can't say the A or the G because they be listening. They listening.
Hey, listen, no one's talking to you, Alexa. So, so we would have all of that stuff back in the day. So now I get to hear what is new when I'm driving, and I'll have my Shazam. I'm like, oh, let me Shazam that. Like if it's a song that, has a good beat and not too raunchy, because I just don't care. I don't care to do a lot of dirty versions, when I
Oh
DJ.
yeah.
Certain places I do get my little fix, if I'm at a bar scene and it might be a little bit, hood, I can play the uncut versions. But
Yeah.
most of the gigs that I do are not, a gig where I am playing all the cuss words. That's not, what I do. So, I get
Because
to that.
we grown. We grown.
Yeah, absolutely. But I rather do the weddings and the corporate events and things like that where I could play, but you're playing to the masses, and you want to keep it clean and keep it cute. So
That part. Okay, so this is where we're going to go ahead and give everyone that's in the live a general hi. You could just say hi, and we'll go back towards the end and give everybody, big up everybody that's in the building. But right now, I want you to just say hi.
hey, and I can't see anybody. I just see you. So
Oh, okay. Well, I see everybody, so we're fair. So the question that I have is, I want you to tell the people a little bit about yourself one more time. Don't give them too much information because we're going into the second part, and I got you. So go ahead and tell the people who you are, where they can find you on
okay.
social media, and then I'll be right here with you.
Okay. So my name is Ayana Kimber, uh, also known as DJ Yansky. I am in this DJ Yansky, Ayana. So many people say Yansky, and that just drives me up a wall. It's Ayana DJ Yansky. And I am from Philadelphia, West Philadelphia, born and raised. I am, you can find me on Facebook at I actually just created a page last night just because I've been wanting to do it, and I had a good conversation with one of my peers the other day. And so you can find me either at Ayana Kimber, Ayana, last name Kimber, Kimber, or I have a new page, DJ Yansky, and that is Yanski. You can also find me on Instagram at DJ underscore Yansky. Again, that's Yanski. And on TikTok as well, DJ underscore Yansky. You can also find me some Saturdays at Jules Nightclub, which is the old Platinum Grill. If you're from Philly, you can sometimes find me on a Saturday night at Timeout Sports Bar. And a lot of my other, those are my consistent ones, but most of my gigs are outside private events.
Okay, so weddings or birthday, which would you prefer to do?
Weddings.
Okay, all right. So this is the part where we're going into, and I be asking all these questions, asking all these questions. I'm asking all these questions. Okay, just okay. So, what would you tell your 20-something-year-old self about who you should be today?
Ooh, my 20-year-old self. Ooh, my 20-year-old self was a pistol. I used to be outside all the time. I was out. My friends used to call me "Don't Stop" because we might go to the club and they like, "All right, we going home." And I would always want to drive. I didn't want to drive nobody. I would drive myself because I'm gonna find me after hours or anything to go to. So what I would tell my younger self would have been not even so much about like what we're talking about, but just having things in order, as far as financially, as far as, credit wise, it took me into my 30s to kind of start thinking about it, but in my
Mhm.
40s, it got greater. And so that's when I was actually able to sit down, focus, and just kind of get my affairs in order. Where, now a lot of that is great because when you want to have your own business or anything like that, you have to have good credit. So you have to have good credit in order to get, the business credit, so
Mhm.
all of those things line up, even with purchasing a house, with purchasing a car, paying these high interest rates that you didn't need to pay, like all of those things, I would have still had my fun, but I absolutely would have wanted to be, um, having my affairs in a much better standing. But now we're good.
So, what was the craziest event that you DJ'd?
The craziest event.
What they do? Who did it? Who did it?
I think I don't know if it's necessarily. Oh no, I got one.
Oh, she got a story. She about to tell us, y'all.
So actually, last year, and she found me on Facebook, and
Mhm.
she was having this event. And but when she was like, "I'm not a texter, I would like to talk to you," I said, "Sure, no problem." So we had a conversation, and as we're going, she said, I've been doing these events for so long, and she name dropped a DJ, which I know who that person is, and I'm like, I've never heard anything bad about him, but she went on to say that they tried to sabotage her event, and I would never hire them again, so on and so forth. So I said, okay. So I told some people and they were like, that's a red flag. But
Red
I'm
flag.
red flag. So as we went on, it was for a fashion show. And so she wanted me to come and do a rehearsal the week before. And so, I get there, and it was at a rec center. So it was a basketball game going on. So I'm like, I'm not unloading my equipment and walking here by myself, with all these guys in here. So I waited. So she got there a little late. But I'm a stickler when it comes to this for being on time. If I
That's
book
right.
you book something with me, I'm not getting there and like rushing to get everything done. I'm gonna get there an hour beforehand and have time to set everything up, make sure everything is running smoothly, and even give myself at least 15, 20 minutes before the start of the event to take a
Mhm.
breath, breathe, and before I get to going. So she was a little late. So fast forward to the actual day of the event. Uh Again, people were late. um you know People were late, and then as we go on, um the host grabs the microphone and she goes on a rant about, because it wasn't a lot of people there for the event and she was selling tickets and everything. And she went on this long rant about how she supports everyone and nobody supports black. This is what's wrong with black people. And she went on a whole rant. So fast forward some more to then I see police come. And I'm like, what in the what? So now I'm trying to look. And so somebody was having a domestic dispute. And so the police came. And so then, when I do my contracts, which I do a contract generally for every single event. And I had changed my contract because I just saw how this was going. I had reworded my contract specific for this particular event because I didn't want no issues. Usually I need my funds the day before and up until the time I set up because no one wants to chase you down at the end of the night talking about where my money at. So, so I'm set up, still no funds. And I'm like, what am I going to do? But I went on. I was like, just be professional about it. Nobody likes conflict. I didn't want to have to be like, I'm not playing nothing until you pay me my money. So I didn't do that. And I hopefully will never, ever have to do that. And so now at the end, I say, so I'm all broken down. We got to settle up. She said, oh, I'm going to cash app you. And so I said, And so I went and got my car and pulled up so I can load the car. And then I went back in and I said, so I'm ready. And she said, oh, I was going to, I said, with all due respect, I said, I don't ever leave an event, especially when I don't know the person, leave an event without getting paid. And so then she ended up paying me. But that was a little crazy because I was just like, where is this going? That is not what
goodness for contracts. Thank goodness for contracts. Like
it's DocuSign, but I think just advice to people that hire DJs, people don't get, they just think that everything is just simple. And, I've DJ'd events where they'll come up and they'll be like, oh, well, I'm having a performer and here's their music. And when you're in the middle of DJing, it's not that easy to stop what you're doing and to download music and still play. It's really not that easy, which also in my contract says, please send all special requests. And if you're having performers, yada, yada, send me all of that so I can have it downloaded and ready to go. Because it's my job to make sure that your event goes smoothly as much as it's within my power. And so, I've had people unexpectedly just come up and do that or they have created music themselves, maybe they were playing an instrument along with it. And so now I have to get an aux cord and plug it in and have my phone or have their phone. And, or if they have, I have an iPhone, so I have, now I have an Android cord and a iPhone cord where I can do that just in case. But the sound quality is not the same. So you want to, be prepared.
Don't be taking us Android users out. Don't be taking us out.
I'm just saying. The iPhone.
What song would you suggest would be the best song for a wedding? Now this is like the round them up round. I ask, you answer. We go to the, you got like round it up. I'm quick to know. I want to know. I'm newsy.
A few, I would say. The first thing that popped in my mind was You Are by Charlie Wilson. What is that song by Daniel Caesar? Best Part is a popular. Of course, Meet Me at the Altar.
Meet me at the altar in your white dress.
Yeah, all of that. So now, as a recent bride, I was already a DJ, so I understood how people do. You go to weddings and, I've been to weddings, I've DJ weddings where they just get off to a late start. But guess what? The venues, your time is from 6 to 11, 6 to whatever, and they kicking you out. So if you didn't get in this part and that part and that part, then you kind of out of luck. Or if you got, done, started so late and now you only have an hour or 30 minutes to party, you know, you got to think about that. So I try to tell people that, because with mine, I had everything down to a science. Even my girlfriend told me, what I said,
She's back.
yeah, I told them the wedding started at 5:30. It really didn't start till 6. And so people was running through the parking lot, because I told them, I said, if you're not there, inside by the time I'm walking down the aisle, the doors is closed. And
That's
so
right.
people, they got there on time. We went to a wedding where we were in a wedding actually where the bridal party was trying to go inside. They were going to announce the wedding party, and so it was an open bar, and these people, we were standing right there, so these people would not get out of the line. They were, are we hurrying up? They would not get out of the line, so we were standing there for quite a few minutes waiting for them to get their drinks and go in. So I said, okay, note to self, when it was my wedding, I said, we cut in the open bar, from 7:45 till 8, get everybody in. So at 8 o'clock, we are walking in, and and it went on from there. And I had, at such and such a time, you're doing the first dance at such and such a time, and it left at least 2 hours to party. You don't want to spend all that time planning, paying, prepping, getting everything to look beautiful, and then you don't even get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So when I talk to, brides of weddings that I have done, I kind of give them that. Like, you want to have it down to a science, and make sure that, the day of, if you got to get hair done, nails done, have it down. Like, don't be late. Don't let your bridal party be late. Like, stress that out, stress that to them. And so you can have
So
a good time.
the money dance. What song are you playing for the money dance?
So 2 songs popped in my mind. I would either play For the Love of Money by the OJs, or
Oh, old
I would
school.
do I Get Money by
50
50
Cent.
Cent. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What we playing for a prom when they coming out?
You said for prom?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, now see, I don't do prom. I don't do the young people parties. No. I see, and that's simply because I just don't listen to that music, if I'm being honest. Like, I just don't
What
listen.
about birthday? What about for your birthday? It's the
Okay, so
birthday. It's the birthday. What song we playing for birthday? For the birthday person.
I mean, a lot of times people ask for um oh gosh, why am I having a brain freeze? The other songs. If it's a guy, I had somebody ask for the big booty.
Oh,
the,
all I want for my birthday is a big booty.
yeah, or
Marry me inside the Gucci store.
yes, but now it's more. So now you might have shine a light on them. You might
Oh,
uh that new one. I don't know who sings it, but the I want to say happy birthday.
happy birthday to you. To
Uh,
you.
yes, and then it's birthday girl. But most of the time they ask for shine a light on them, unless they
Okay.
have specific. Or I had someone ask for champagne lights, like what champagne light
Oh,
it came through. So, you know, I had
let's
some.
talk about this
Yeah.
waist snatch by
Mhm.
day. Snatch.
Yes.
Do you have, wait, you got a sample back there?
I
Once again, I'm newsy and nosy. So you got to show the people, what does this look like?
So this is not a sample. So this is a home kit. So with the home kit, so if you're not in Philly, if I needed to send this to you in the Virgin Islands, then this is the pre-measured out powder, and then you have your flavor, right? And so all you would have to do would be to get a gallon of water, and then and it has all the instructions on it. So you would just dump your powder, shake it up real good, dump your flavor, shake it up real good, and then you would drink it, that way. But what it's called is Bye Bye Belly. And this particular one is the snacks juice. So it's going to curb your appetite, boost your metabolism, give you energy, and it's all plant-based organic ingredients. So it targets your belly fat specifically. So, and when you are drinking it consistently, I'm gonna tell you, that it's working. You're not eating as much. Like I have made my juice and drank it. You drink it 30 minutes before your meal because you want it
Mm-hmm.
to appetite. Now I done cooked this whole meal and now I'm not hungry. Like I might eat just a few bites. So it definitely does that. You wake up starving because it speeds up your metabolism. And as you're going through the day, like, when I first started back in 2020, I would drink it and then I would get up and just start cleaning. I'm like, where all this energy come from? But it came from the juice. And it's no laxatives or anything in it. So it's not making you run to the bathroom that way, but it does, you will tinkle a bit more because it's flushing your body out.
So, can you tell the people with the detoxing belly? Now, I have it up there. I'm going to put it back in the chat. You got to go support the sister. But with the belly tea, the belly drink, the
Mm-hmm.
detox, how much weight did you lose and what time frame did you lose the weight?
Okay. So I lost 37 pounds. I started out at 225 pounds and I got down to 188 and I kind of plateaued around like 192. And I'm 5'7", 5'7.5". So I kind of stayed in that range for about 2 years. Now, what I will, because I'm always transparent, because I helped a lot of people with this and it did work for a lot of people. There were a few people that's like, it's not working. And I'm just like, are you being consistent? Are you drinking it like you're supposed to? So on and so forth. Well, in December of 2022,
Mm-hmm.
I found out that I had fibroids. I was going on all these vacations, and I'm like, my belly's not giving like it was before. Like, what is going on? Let me get back to my juice. Being more consistent. I was
Mm-hmm.
being consistent, and the pounds didn't come off like they were, and I didn't really gain a lot, but it was just like in my belly, and um, so then I went to the doctor and found out that I had fibroids and they were growing, 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 growing. And so I kept it off for 2 years, but then these fibroids came and took over. So that's when I kind of had issues, which I did just have surgery, to fix that. So I'm back on my juice and I have, lost some pounds just in these it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow since I had the surgery. So I did lose a few pounds already. But, you know, barring
Well,
anything like that, it absolutely works.
we have a question in the chat. They said, does it help with bloating?
It does. So it's a few there are four different drinks that we do. So one is a detox tea. So that is just all herbs and it detoxifies your liver. If you have a
Mhm.
fatty liver, it's very hard to lose weight. So even with drinking and all of that stuff, it's just little changes. Nothing was ever, like you have to have a specific diet or you have to exercise. I didn't exercise at all. um the only things that I changed with my diet was I'm a rice person. Give me some red beans and rice. Give me some
Mhm.
jasmine rice with what I'm a rice person. So instead of that, I switched over and started doing rice cauliflower. Instead of mashed potatoes, for instance, I learned how to make mashed cauliflower. And I would just do more baked foods, sauteed, steamed, stuff like that, instead of fried foods. But, but when I wanted to go out, if I was going out to dinner, I was going to be outside for this night, I still had what I wanted, but best
Yeah.
believe my wasn't too far from me. I didn't drink like I'm supposed to, and I might even have an extra one that day, just to, help with that. So the tea will detoxify your liver. It flushes you out. It helps with bloating. Um, and again, there's no laxatives in it, but it affects people differently. So some people did say, well, it had me run into the bathroom, because it's cleansing out, your colon. But other people didn't have, that effect. And then you have something called the unicorn juice, and that one, it has the tea and it has the snatch juice, and it has three other um, products within it. So that's going to help with clarity. That's, in focus. That's going to help with, again, the detoxifying your body, your liver and everything like that, and helps with bloating. It is going to give you an extra boost of energy, stamina, and there's no caffeine in any of these products, so you're not going to have that jittery feeling or anything like that. And then it curbs your appetite, boosts your metabolism, and then again, all plant-based organic ingredients, and it's targeting that belly fat specifically.
Yes, come through, DJ, go DJ. That's my DJ, go DJ. So, what I wanted to know is like, what's your go-to meal when you are doing the detoxing? What helps with the detoxing?
So what I generally do, I'm not a breakfast person. Like I get up, I'll drink my juice, and that's good for me. I actually want to get back. I did the 10-day smoothie cleanse back in the day, and so
Okay.
I did buy a bunch of that stuff just because I had the surgery recently, and that
Mhm.
helps with healing. Healing your vegetables and so I did buy that stuff, which I plan to meal prep and do all of that by tomorrow. But and then I'll just have mainly like a reasonable dinner. So usually I'll have like a vegetable like asparagus. I might saute some green beans. I might saute some spinach. I try to do more seafood, like, scallops or shrimp or some sort of fish, whether it's salmon, and you get tired of stuff, so I try to, you know, different things, like different types of fish. Or, I go on Pinterest a lot for recipes, um,
Okay.
for healthier recipes. I might do baked chicken, like chicken breast. So I'll do stuff like that. Every now and again, I love lamb chops. So I'll make meat or get my husband to make some lamb chops, that way. But for the most
Mhm.
part, I try to stay away from red meat and then do, you know, uh, sauteed or steamed or baked food. And then I'll do like a vegetable. And if I feel like I want a little extra something, then that's when I'll do like the rice, cauliflower. You can find that stuff in the market, in the steamable bags that you can just pop in the microwave. So you don't have to really. I have never riced my own cauliflower, but I do make mashed cauliflower. You just put the water, boil your water, put the cauliflower in there, let it soften up, drain the water, mash it up, and season it a little salt and pepper. And I might even put some Parmesan cheese in there, or sprinkle a little bit of cheese just to give it a little consistency, and
Mhm.
it's good. So just not going overboard.
So what we did was we had spoke about, and I want you to come back because I think I want to have like a girls' day where we
Oh,
talk about issues and circumstances in regards to us women in our lady parts.
oh my
Because
God.
we spoke about the hysterectomy.
Hmm.
And my first thing was like, girl, hysterectomies ain't our grandma hysterectomies no more.
Nope.
That thing is a blessing.
It
So I definitely need you to come back and we can discuss in regards to a girl's day. You know how the guys be having guys' day and man cave and all that stuff. We need this she shed and we got to talk about some things and because some women are going through so many, like even the fibroids. I told you, I personally had them, and once I got the hysterectomy, I don't have those issues no more.
correct.
So we gotta come. We gotta talk about that. But
Absolutely. I have it's like the Me Too movement. Every time I talk to somebody, because some people just like to keep it to themselves, oh, it's nobody's business, and it's not. But, last year I ended up in the hospital for the weekend because in my mind, I was just, oh, this is just what happens. I didn't know. I didn't talk to anybody. This is just what happens when you get to a certain age and, with your cycle going crazy and all of that. But it would be a case of me walking from the basement, walking up a flight of stairs, and
uh,
top of the stairs, my chest is killing me. Like I can't breathe. And so I went to the doctor and they was like, okay, but we need you to go to the ER. Long story short, if you know about hemoglobin, my hemoglobin was a 4.9. It should be between 13 or 12 and 15 or something like that. So basically, without being given too much, TMI, I was bleeding out. I was finishing, and it still didn't dawn on me at that moment until the
It's the
doctor came.
fibers. It was the
Right,
fibers. Mhm.
right. Say you could have had a stroke, you could have had a heart attack, and I'm just thinking this is normal. Like this is what happens when you get to be 45, 46. I had no idea. So I had to get 5 blood transfusions, and I know
Mhm.
of other people now with be talking to other people, and it's bad out here. So you don't want to
Yes,
think that.
it is. It is. It's definitely, that's why I said we got to have like a girls' day where we can just talk about stuff and we can just talk about things that are related to us as women, like relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We definitely, I mean, I'm on my second marriage and I think I should have this should have been my first marriage.
You learn.
But I mean, exactly. You live and you learn. Now, I want you to tell the people real quick because we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, and our time is winding down. What's the best part of Philadelphia?
Ooh. Right
I
about
keep asking all those questions. Got you stumbling.
um that's a very good question. I mean, of course, I want to say the food, and I want to say the musical aspect. There are a lot of things just within the city that are not so great, you know.
We
But
ain't talking about that. We talking about just the great stuff.
yeah, but when you go to certain neighborhoods, like I live in Northeast Philadelphia. My neighbors are amazing, and it's just like I never lived anywhere where your neighbors check on you. My husband will, like the lady that lives next door to me. She's older. She lives
Mm-hmm.
by herself, so he just gets out there. And when it snowed not too long ago, he shoveled her path and put the salt down. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." I could call her. We were away, and I had a package, and I didn't know the package was coming at that point. And I said, "Miss Such and Such, you mind grabbing my package for me?" She said, "Sure." So, I live in a nice, quiet little block. So, it's still some
And
parts.
I remember that part because I used to live on Grant and the Boulevard, and
Oh,
it hit different up
yeah,
there.
up
But I
there.
am from West Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and I lived in South Philly on 27th and Oakford, and
Oh,
I was born on 4th and Berks. So
okay.
it
No. Yes. It definitely gets different depending on where you go.
definitely hit different. But the last, okay, I lost you. Did I lose? There you go. Up your
Yeah.
battery go.
No, I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb, but
Oh,
that's
I'm
okay.
sorry. So the
Are you-
last question I got, because I got so many questions I want to ask you about this DJing. Like, do you know who's the highest paid female DJ right now is?
I don't. I would venture out to say Spinderella. I would hope it would be Spinderella because she's just been out here. Um, that's a very good question. I'm gonna have to Google that. I would venture out to say
You
her.
ready? You ready?
You got to answer. Let's go. Who is it?
Oh no, I do homework. I do my homework. This is a combo. This is the combo. I do
Let
my homework. Paris Hilton.
You know what? I did hear that. I didn't know that she was the highest paid, but I did see numbers one time. I'm like, say what now? You don't even hear about her that much. Wow.
That part. Before we
Wow.
go, how you feel about your Eagles?
I love my Eagles. I don't care about these last 6 weeks or whatever the case. We are Eagles fans through and through. They had a little hiccup. They're gonna figure it out for next year, and they're gonna come back and they're gonna do the darn thing. Jalen got us.
They
He got
got us. All
got
right,
us.
tell people for the last time where they can find you. Your company is pinned, how they can book you.
Okay.
So can
So
you tell the people?
absolutely. So The easiest way to book me is just to call me. I have a business line, which is 267-999-9467 or 267-999-WINS. You can follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get my numbers up. And that is DJ underscore Yansky, Yanski. You can find me on Facebook at DJ Yansky, Yanski. And for the Bye Bye Belly, any of those, you can inbox me, no problem. But you can also go to my website, which is www.byebybelly.com/A Scott, Scott. It's my maiden name.
That part. This was the convo. This was my 2024 convo with my DJ. Go DJ. Go
Hey.
DJ. Can we just do it? Fly, eagles,
Go.
fly.
Hi, on the road
to victory. Hey.
EAGLES, Eagles. If you ever go to Arizona with your Eagle shirt on and then you have a lovely young lady come over and say, "You're from Philly? I'm from Philly," in Arizona. And then we just connect and here we are. I love it.
I love it. I definitely listen. I was like, you gotta come to St. Thomas. Her husband was like, we don't know.
Yes, we coming.
Come, the door is open. I'm going to go up in the chat and say hi to everybody. If you could just give them a hi, and then we're gonna close this out, okay?
Hello, everyone.
We got my girls whoop like me. Whoop whoop. Welcome in. Thank you for taking some time. My frugal mama with my boys. We got Demetra. Welcome in. Who else we got? We got Nikki. I knew a girl named Nikki. No, that's not the right Nikki. Welcome in. Thank you for taking some time. Thank you for taking some time. My girl, Charlene.
Oh, that's DJ
J.
I was able to pull it up on my iPad. So that's DJ Nikki Butters.
Okay, the girl DJ, another DJ. She from Philly.
And DJ J Rock. Hey, y'all.
Hey. I am so grateful. If I didn't have to run out because I got class tonight, I will be sitting here and be asking a bunch more questions. But my DJ, I am so grateful and thankful that you took some time to hang out with me. Welcome in, Stacy. We're about to please hit the like button and then replay is all right with me. Until next time, my queen.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
We're not done. We're coming back next time. We got to get this better next time. That part.
Whenever you're ready, I'm there.
Thank you. Hold on the other side.
All right.
Yes, guys. Thank you. It's just amazing. You never know who you might meet, when you might meet them. Listen, this world is big, and everybody, love is love. I forgot to ask one question.
Yes.
What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for life right about now, and happiness and blessings and fruitfulness. Absolutely.
That part. Guys, we are thankful. Please give more than you take. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to hang out with me. Come back. You know, we got the lunch combos. We just doing all the combos around everywhere. Jipu 215 channel. Hit my like button.